There now follows a party political broadcast by the Labour Party.
Hello, I'm Glenda Jackson, and yes, this is a party political broadcast, though the setting may lead you to think otherwise. But there's a serious point to all this, Flora. I'm a very keen gardener, and I know that none of these would flourish without the right environment. I've also been known to talk to my plants, but I wouldn't expect to get very far taking a seed out of a packet and saying, "Right, mate, you're on your own." And yet that's exactly what has happened to Britain's manufacturing industry. Industry, like plants, needs the right conditions to flourish. Investment, up-to-date tools, good ideas, scientific and technological research. Before the Tories took office 7 years ago, Britain was doing quite nicely, selling its manufactured goods to the rest of the world. But since 1979, that's all changed. We now import far more goods than we export, and that's the first time that's ever happened. Our manufacturing industry has been devastated. I wouldn't want you to go out to make the coffee just yet, but a glance around your own home will tell you how dependent we've become on imports. The cooker, the washing machine, the cassette player, the car, the cutlery, the clothes we're wearing. Not many are homegrown, are they? I'd like to have a good choice of British goods, but that's just not possible at the moment because British manufacturers are not getting the support their competitors enjoy. The Tory government's policies have already left 4 million people on the scrap heap, many of our finest industries struggling, and with few new ones to take their place. Why has it happened? Well, the present government believes in leaving things to market forces. In gardening terms, that means putting all the seedlings out in all weathers and hoping they'll grow. Well, of course, some of them will, but others that would have flourished with a little bit of care will wither and die. Other countries don't have that rigid and unimaginative approach. They make sure their plants get the best conditions possible. Take interest rates, for example. They're an important factor in getting the right conditions for industry, a bit like getting the temperature right in your greenhouse. The lower the interest rates, the better the industrial climate. Look how good the climate is in our competitor countries. In Germany and Japan, it's only 3%. Yet the Tory government has kept our interest rates at the highest in the developed world, 11%. Just as plants can't grow without water, industries can't grow without investment. That investment can come either from the government or from the city. We know the Tory government won't help. What about the city? At the moment, the city is not really interested in British manufacturing. They did, however, send about £20 billion abroad last year to invest in our foreign competitors. A Labour government will not only divert the billions of pounds going abroad back to this country, but will create the right conditions for industry to flourish. The means are readily to hand, and they wouldn't cost the average person one extra penny. Britain has been called a nation of gardeners, but this present government has turned large areas of our garden into a wasteland. There's an enormous amount to be done. All it needs is the political will. Neil Kinnock and the Labour Party have that will.
Our country faces a very plain choice. It's between decline and development, and the difference between those two is investment. If we don't invest, we've got a future of a withered economy, of a warehouse economy. If we do invest, we can have thriving modern industries. But that does mean investing in research, in design, in manufacturing. It means investing in skills, in training. That's what all of our most successful competitors did. Germany, Japan, France, they invested, and it's repaid them handsomely. Certainly worked for them. And if we give the British people a proper chance, it'll work here too.
If you want to know more about Labour's policies for helping British industry, write to Neil Kinnock, the Labour Party, 3 Post, London SE17 1BR, or ring 01200 0200.
That was a party political broadcast by the Labour Party.